Welcome to another deep dive, everybody. Today we're going to be exploring automation. How to use it to supercharge your business.
Yeah.
We're diving into this article. It's called Automation Tools You Need to Know. Unlock. Unlock insane efficiency.
Yeah. Catchy title.
I know, right? Really grabs you.
Yeah.
So we're going to break down different types of automation tools, how to choose the right ones, and the power of creating a well-integrated automation ecosystem.
Yes.
It's really all about boosting efficiency and productivity.
It is.
So have you ever wished that
Uh-huh.
your marketing could just run itself?
Oh, all the time.
Or that you could connect all your different apps so they'd actually talk to each other?
Yeah.
Possible. You can.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about.
That's what
Automation is.
That's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
So the article starts off.
Okay.
It calls technology the engine of automation.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about that analogy?
I think it's a really apt analogy because technology is really like the driving force behind all of this.
Right.
It's what makes it all possible.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So then it goes into breaking down
Okay.
the different types of automation tools that make up this engine.
Yes.
Let's dive into some of those.
Let's do.
What's the first one that jumps out to you?
I think marketing automation is a big one.
Okay.
It's a game changer for businesses that are looking to streamline their marketing efforts and, reach more customers with less effort.
That sounds good.
Less manual work, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really all about taking those repetitive tasks, like sending emails, managing social media, nurturing leads, and putting those on autopilot.
Really? So you don't have to think about any of that?
Well, you still have to think about it.
Okay.
But, you're not doing the manual work every single day.
Oh, I see.
You can set it up so that it runs in the background.
Okay, so what are some tools that fall into this category?
Well, you have things like HubSpot Marketing Hub.
Okay.
That's a really popular platform that helps you create targeted landing pages, automate email campaigns, based on user behavior.
Oh, wow.
And even personalize messaging.
To boost engagement.
Exactly.
So instead of crafting each email and being okay, who do I send this to?
You got it.
You can just set it and forget it.
Yeah. I mean, not completely forget it.
Okay.
You still want to monitor it.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
the bulk of the work is done for you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. What are some other examples?
So another example would be Marketo Engage,
Okay.
which is known for its advanced features and robust analytics.
Okay.
So it helps you manage more complex marketing campaigns,
Right.
track your ROI, and optimize your strategies.
Okay, cool. So these tools can really take your marketing to the next level.
That's the idea, yeah. They can save you a lot of time, money, and energy,
I like that.
and help you get better results.
Awesome.
Um,
Speaking of reaching more people,
okay.
let's talk about social media automation.
Okay, yeah.
This is another big one.
Yeah, so how does that work?
Well, it's all about amplifying your online presence, without having to be chained to your phone 24/7.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I think we've all been there, where you're constantly checking your phone, trying to keep up with everything.
I know. So what are some of the benefits of automating social media?
Well, I mean, one of the biggest benefits is that you can schedule posts,
Uh-huh.
in advance
Oh, okay.
across all your different platforms.
Got it.
So that frees up your time to focus on other things.
Right.
But it's not just about saving time.
Okay.
It's also about maximizing your reach and engagement, right?
Yeah.
So tools like Buffer, Hootsuite, and Sprout Social.
They analyze your audience data and they actually suggest the best times to post
Oh, wow.
to reach the most people.
So it's not just posting. It's
Right.
a strategy behind it.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of it.
Okay. And these tools can help you do that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. What else can they do?
Well, they can also help you curate content.
Oh, okay.
They can track your competitors, analyze your performance
Oh.
to see what's working and what's not.
So they really do everything.
They do a lot. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we've talked about marketing automation and social media automation.
Right.
But what about all those other
Yeah.
internal processes that take up so much time?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's where workflow automation comes in.
Okay.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
Because you start connecting different apps and platforms to create these super efficient workflows.
Okay, how does that work?
So you've got tools like Zapier, IFTTT, and Make Integromat.
I've heard of those,
Yeah.
but I don't really understand how they work.
Well, they're like the glue
Okay.
that holds your entire automation ecosystem together.
Okay.
They allow you to automate tasks across all your different applications without writing a single line of code.
Really? So no coding knowledge required?
None whatsoever, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Give me an example of how that works.
Sure. So let's say you get a new lead from your website's contact form.
Okay.
Instead of manually transferring that information to your CRM
Right.
and then sending them a welcome email, you can set up a Zap in Zapier to automate that whole process.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as that form is submitted, Zapier triggers a series of actions, adds the lead to your CRM,
Got it.
sends them a personalized email,
Okay.
notifies your sales team.
That's awesome. So you really don't have to do anything.
Well, you have to set it up initially, but once it's set up, it just runs in the background. Okay, cool. So it's like having a virtual assistant.
Exactly. Doing all the tedious tasks for you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It really eliminates those manual steps and creates a seamless flow of information.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So marketing automation,
yes,
social media automation, workflow automation.
Right.
Seems like there's a solution for every area of your business.
There really is.
And one of the most critical areas, I feel like, is customer relationship management.
Absolutely.
Or CRM.
Yes.
How does that all work?
Well, it's about streamlining your interactions with customers, from sales and marketing to support and everything in between. It's really important to have a good CRM system in place.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah.
I've always found it a bit overwhelming.
It can be. Yeah.
What are some of the key benefits of using a CRM?
Well, first and foremost, it provides a centralized system for managing all your customer data.
Okay.
So instead of having information scattered across different spreadsheets
Right.
and applications, you have a single source of truth that everyone on your team can access.
So everyone's on the same page.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that allows you to gain really valuable insights into your customers' behavior, their preferences, their needs.
You can see like who your most valuable customers are.
Exactly.
What they're interested in, how they're interacting with your brand.
That's right. Yeah.
And the beauty of automation is you can use these insights to like personalize your interactions at scale.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can set up automated email sequences that nurture leads based on their specific interests.
Okay.
You can trigger personalized messages based on their website activity.
So you're not just sending like generic emails to your whole list.
No. It's all about personalization.
Okay, got it. So what are some platforms that can help me do this?
Well, you have platforms like Salesforce, Sales Cloud,
okay,
HubSpot CRM, Zoho CRM, Pipedrive.
Those are all really popular ones.
They are very popular, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So CRM automation can really transform the way you interact with your customers.
It can, yeah.
It can lead to stronger relationships and increase sales.
Absolutely.
I like it. What are some other things that automation can unlock for me?
Well, one area that's rapidly evolving is artificial intelligence.
Ooh. Yeah.
Or AI.
AI, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's everywhere these days.
It is everywhere these days.
So what can it do for me?
Well, we're seeing incredible advancements in AI-powered tools that can handle tasks that, were once thought to be exclusive to humans.
Really? What kind of tasks?
Well, one of the most exciting areas is content creation.
Okay.
So platforms like Jasper, formerly Jarvis, and Copy.ai, they can generate high-quality marketing copy, blog posts.
Wait, so the AI can write my blog posts for me?
It can help you, yeah.
Wow. That's kind of scary.
It is a little bit scary, but also very exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it can save you so much time and effort.
I know. That's true.
It can generate social media captions, even video scripts.
Okay, cool. So if I'm like struggling with writer's block, I can just tell Jasper what I need and it'll write it for me.
Pretty much. You still want to review and edit it.
Okay.
Of course.
Right.
But, it's an incredible starting point.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What else? What else can AI do for me?
Well, AI is also really good at data analysis.
Okay.
So instead of spending hours poring over spreadsheets,
trying to decipher the trends.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You can use AI-powered tools to analyze your data, extract valuable insights.
Right.
It can help you identify patterns in customer behavior, optimize your marketing campaigns, make more informed business decisions overall.
I like it.
Yeah.
So it's really taking automation to that next level.
Absolutely. It's adding intelligence to the mix.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other game-changing tools we should know about?
Well, there's also no-code and low-code platforms.
Okay, what are those?
So these are platforms that empower anyone, regardless of their technical skills, to build custom applications and automate processes.
Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
I can build my own apps without knowing how to code.
You got it.
How is that possible?
So platforms like AppSheet, Bubble, and Webflow,
Okay.
they provide user-friendly interfaces, drag-and-drop tools that allow you to create everything from simple workflows to complex web applications.
Really? Without writing a single line of code?
Without writing a single line of code.
That's awesome. So anyone can become a citizen developer now?
That's the idea.
I love it. Okay. So we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Marketing automation.
Yeah.
Social media automation, workflow automation, CRM, AI, no-code, low-code platforms.
Yeah.
There are so many tools available to automate every aspect of your business.
There are, yeah.
It's incredible.
It is.
But with so many options, how do you even choose?
That's a great question. And that's the topic that we will be diving into in the next part of our deep dive.
All right. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Awesome.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to our deep dive on automation.
I'm excited to keep going.
In the last part, we looked at this wide range of automation tools, from marketing and social media all the way to AI and no-code platforms.
Yeah.
And it's clear that there's an automation solution for just about every business need you could think of.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
But also a little overwhelming.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How do you choose the right tools?
Yeah, that's the question.
There are so many options out there.
There are.
It's like standing in a giant toolbox with a million different gadgets, and you don't know where to start.
Yeah, I like that analogy. And luckily, the article we're looking at provides a really helpful framework for this.
Okay, great.
For making those decisions.
So where do we start?
Well, the first step is to define your objectives. What are you actually hoping to achieve with automation?
Right. So before you even start looking at tools,
Right.
you need to know what you want to accomplish.
Exactly.
Like setting a destination before you plan your trip.
Exactly. And once you know your destination, then you can start mapping out the route.
Okay.
And that's where analyzing your processes comes in.
Got it.
This is where you take a close look at your existing workflows
Okay.
and identify the areas that could benefit from automation.
So you're basically looking for tasks that are like repetitive, time-consuming, prone to human error, things that are just a pain.
Exactly. Things that are draining your time, your team's time and energy.
Right.
Think about, are there bottlenecks in your workflows? Are there processes that involve a lot of manual data entry or like switching between different applications?
Right.
Those are the areas where automation can really have a big impact.
So it's like doing a process audit.
It is.
To figure out where you can streamline things.
Yeah, exactly. And what's interesting is you might discover that some processes actually need to be completely redesigned to really make the most of automation.
So it's not just about automating existing tasks.
Right.
It's about finding new and better ways to do things.
Exactly. Automation can really be a catalyst for process improvement.
Because it forces you to think differently.
It does.
About how things work.
Yeah.
I like it.
So once you've defined your objectives, you've analyzed your processes,
wait.
You're feeling ready to automate everything in sight.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hold your horses. The next step is crucial.
Okay, what is it?
Evaluating the available tools.
Right, because there are so many out there.
There are so many.
It's not just about finding tools that can do what you need them to do.
Right.
It's about finding tools that fit your business needs.
Exactly.
And your budget.
And your budget, yeah. So you have to consider factors like ease of use, integration capabilities, pricing, and customer support.
Right, and don't be afraid to take advantage of free trials.
Yes.
Demos, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Try before you buy.
Exactly.
Get a hands-on feel for the different platforms.
It's like test driving a car before you buy it.
Exactly.
You want to make sure it's the right fit.
And while you're evaluating these tools, it's also important to consider your team's skills and resources.
Yeah, because you could find this really fancy, feature-rich tool.
Yeah.
But if your team doesn't know how to use it,
right, exactly,
it's not going to be helpful.
It's going to create more problems than it solves.
So you need to make sure it matches your team's capabilities.
Absolutely. Choose tools that match your team's technical capabilities, their comfort level.
Right.
There's no point in investing in a powerful platform if your team is going to struggle to use it.
And what about integration?
Oh, integration is huge.
Because all of these different tools, they need to be able to talk to each other.
They do.
Right.
Yeah, you want your tools to work together harmoniously.
You don't want data silos.
No, you don't want things to be disconnected.
So how do you make sure that that happens?
Well, you need to make sure the tools you choose can integrate with your existing CRM,
Okay.
your email marketing platform, your website, any other systems you're using.
Right.
Seamless integration is key to creating an efficient automation ecosystem.
Okay, so you've chosen your tools.
Yes.
You're ready to automate everything.
Almost.
What's next?
We can't forget about testing.
Oh, right, of course.
That's essential.
We need to make sure everything works.
Yeah, you got to make sure that your automation workflows are working as intended.
Okay.
That there are no glitches, no unexpected consequences.
Well, it's like setting up a domino chain. You gotta make sure all the pieces are lined up
Exactly.
before you knock them over.
You don't want to launch a complex workflow only to find out that it's triggering the wrong actions.
Right. Or sending data to the wrong place.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do you test these workflows?
Well, first of all, start small.
Okay,
Don't try to test everything at once.
got it.
Focus on one workflow at a time and test each step carefully.
Right.
Make sure the data is flowing correctly, that the actions are being triggered as expected, that the results are what you intended.
So it's like a very methodical process.
It is, yeah.
Okay, and don't be afraid to involve your team.
Absolutely.
Get their feedback.
Yeah, they can provide valuable insights.
Okay, cool. So you've tested everything?
Yes.
It's all working perfectly?
Oh, for
You launch your workflows?
Uh-huh.
Are we done?
Not quite. Ongoing monitoring and optimization are essential.
So you don't just set it and forget it.
You don't.
You have to keep an eye on things.
You do.
Make sure they're still working.
Technology changes, business needs evolve.
So what do you do? How do you monitor and optimize?
Well, you need to regularly review your processes,
Okay.
analyze the data, make adjustments as needed.
So it's like tending a garden, you know? You have to water it, you have to weed it, you have to prune it.
Exactly. Automation is not a set it and forget it thing.
Right.
It requires ongoing attention and care to make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Okay, so we've talked about testing, monitoring, optimizing, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But what about the people?
Oh, that's a great point. The human side of automation is something that we can't forget about.
Because if you're automating all these tasks,
Yeah.
what happens to the employees?
That's a great question. And, sometimes implementing automation can be met with resistance,
Yeah, I can see that.
especially if employees are worried that their jobs are at risk.
Right. So how do you deal with that?
Well, communication is key.
Okay.
You have to clearly communicate the benefits of automation to your team.
Explain how it's going to help them
Yeah, emphasize how it's going to free them up from those tedious tasks.
so they can focus on more important things.
Exactly, and highlight the new opportunities that it's going to create.
So it's about reframing automation
Yeah. Uh-huh.
as something that empowers employees, not replaces them.
Exactly. And of course, providing adequate training and support is essential.
Right. You want to make sure everyone's comfortable
Yeah,
using these new tools.
absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about the key steps involved in implementing automation effectively,
Mm-hmm.
but what are some common pitfalls
Oh, yeah, there are a few.
that people fall into?
Yeah, one common mistake is trying to automate everything at once.
Yeah, that's tempting.
It is.
You get excited.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to automate everything.
Automate all the things, but that can backfire.
Yeah.
So it's important to start small,
Okay.
focus on high-impact areas.
So you don't get overwhelmed.
Exactly. And gradually expand your automation efforts as you gain more experience and confidence.
So it's like eating an elephant, right? One bite at a time.
That's a good analogy. Yeah, trying to do too much too soon can lead to overwhelm, complexity, and ultimately failure.
So start small, build from there.
Exactly. And don't forget about the human element.
Right?
Just because you can automate something doesn't mean you should.
That's a good point.
Yeah, there are certain tasks that require human judgment,
Okay.
creativity, empathy.
Things that machines can't do.
Exactly.
Give me an example.
Well, for example, you can automate some aspects of customer service, right?
Right.
Like sending out FAQs or basic troubleshooting tips.
Mm-hmm.
But you still need humans to handle those complex issues.
Right.
Provide personalized support.
Yeah.
Build relationships with your customers.
So it's all about finding that balance
It is.
between automation and human interaction.
Yeah.
Okay, so start small, remember the human element.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Another common mistake is neglecting to monitor and optimize your automation workflows.
Right, because you can't just set them up and forget about them.
You can't. Things change, technology changes, business needs evolve.
Yeah.
So you need to keep a close eye on your automation workflows and make adjustments as needed.
So again, like tending a garden.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about implementing automation effectively,
Yeah.
avoiding those common pitfalls.
Uh.
But what about the future?
Oh, that's the exciting part.
Yeah.
What does the future of automation hold? That's what we're going to be talking about in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, I can't wait.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back. I'm ready to hear about the future of automation.
Me too.
Yeah.
There's so much happening in this space. It's really incredible.
Yeah. What can we expect to see in the next few years?
Well, I think automation is going to become even more pervasive and even more sophisticated.
Okay.
We're going to see this growing convergence of different technologies, like blurring the lines between automation, AI, cloud computing, and the Internet of Things.
Wow, that sounds like a lot.
It is. It's a lot to keep track of.
So how will all these advancements impact, like, the workforce?
It's a good question, and I think it's one that a lot of people are thinking about.
Yeah.
It's true that automation will displace some jobs,
Okay.
but it will also create new ones. The key is to adapt.
Oh.
Acquire the skills needed to thrive in this new landscape.
So it's not like humans versus machines.
No, not all.
It's humans and machines working together.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So what are some of the skills that are going to be in demand?
Well, anything related to data analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and cybersecurity.
Okay.
Those are going to be highly sought after.
Got it. So those are the more technical skills.
Yeah, but don't forget about those soft skills.
Oh, right.
Things like problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence.
Yeah, those are always important.
Always important, and they're only going to become more important in this automated future.
Okay, so it's not just about individuals adapting.
No.
Businesses have to adapt too, right?
Absolutely.
What should they be focusing on?
Well, first and foremost, they need to embrace a culture of continuous learning
Okay.
and innovation.
So encourage their employees to develop new skills,
Yes.
experiment with new technology.
And be open to change.
Okay.
That's really important.
It's about creating a workplace that is agile,
Yes,
adaptable.
absolutely. And they also need to think strategically about how they're implementing automation.
Okay.
It's not just about automating tasks for the sake of automation.
There's got to be a purpose.
It has to have a purpose, right?
Okay.
It's about using automation to achieve specific business goals.
Right.
Like improving customer satisfaction, increasing efficiency, or driving innovation.
It's a holistic approach.
It is. You have to think about the big picture.
Okay.
How is this going to impact your employees, your customers, and your overall business strategy?
Makes sense.
And that's what I really like about the article we're looking at.
Yeah.
Because it gives some inspiring real-world examples of businesses that are doing this well.
Oh, okay. I want to hear about these examples.
Okay, so one example that stood out to me was this small e-commerce business.
Okay.
They were struggling to keep up with their order fulfillment.
I can imagine.
They were spending hours every day manually processing orders, printing shipping labels, and updating inventory.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It was a logistical nightmare.
So how did they fix it?
Well, they decided to embrace automation.
Okay.
They implemented a combination of workflow automation and e-commerce platform integrations.
Okay, and what did that look like in practice?
So as soon as a customer placed an order on their website,
Okay.
the system automatically generated a packing slip, printed a shipping label, notified the fulfillment center,
Wow.
and updated the inventory levels.
All automatically.
All automatically.
That's incredible. What was the impact?
Well, they reduced their order processing time by 80%.
Whack.
Yeah, they virtually eliminated errors, and they freed up their team to focus on things like customer service and marketing.
So they could focus on more important tasks.
Exactly. They were able to scale their business rapidly without having to hire a ton of new staff.
That's a great example of how automation can help businesses grow.
Yeah, it allows them to grow more efficiently and sustainably.
Awesome. Any other examples?
Yeah, another example is this marketing agency that was drowning in social media management.
I've been there.
I think we've all been there.
Wow.
You know, they were handling dozens of client accounts across multiple platforms, and it was just becoming impossible to keep up.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's like trying to juggle a dozen flaming torches while riding a unicycle.
It really is.
So they implemented a social media management platform that allowed them to schedule posts, track engagement, and generate reports all in one place.
Right, right.
But they didn't stop there. They also started using AI-powered tools to analyze their audience data and personalize their content for each platform.
So they were able to automate the tedious tasks And then use AI to get better results.
Exactly.
What happened?
They increased their social media engagement by 50%,
Wow.
saved countless hours of manual labor,
Okay.
and were able to provide their clients with more strategic insights.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Okay, do you have any other examples?
Yeah, one more I think you'll find interesting is about a healthcare provider.
Yeah.
They were struggling to manage patient appointments and communications.
I can see how that would be a problem.
Yeah, they were relying on a combination of phone calls, emails, and paper-based systems, which was just creating a lot of chaos.
Right, and in healthcare, you can't really afford to have that kind of chaos.
Exactly.
So what did they do?
They implemented a cloud-based CRM system
Okay.
that integrated with their electronic health records and their appointment scheduling software.
So they were able to bring everything together
They were.
in one place.
They set up automated appointment reminders, sent personalized health tips, and even provided online access to medical records for their patients.
So they were able to improve communication and streamline things internally.
Yes. They reduced missed appointments by 40%, improved patient satisfaction scores, and streamlined their communications.
That's amazing. So automation can really have a positive impact.
It can. It can improve both the patient experience and the efficiency of healthcare operations.
Okay, those were really great examples.
Well, I'm glad you liked them.
Yeah, they really show how powerful automation can be.
I think they highlight some key takeaways for anyone who's thinking about implementing automation.
What are those?
Well, first of all, automation is not just for big companies.
Right. Anyone can use it.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
accessible to businesses of all sizes across all industries.
Okay, what else?
And secondly, it's not just about saving time and money.
Okay.
It can also improve the quality of your work, enhance the customer experience, and even make a positive impact on the world.
So it's really about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. It's about using technology to augment human capabilities and create a better future.
I like that.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yes.
what's one thing you want to leave our listeners with?
I would challenge everyone listening to take one small step toward automation this week. It could be something as simple as signing up for a free trial of a tool you've been considering, or even just brainstorming a list of tasks you could potentially automate.
It's about taking that first step.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the world of automation.
It's been a pleasure exploring this topic with you.
And to our listeners, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep automating your way to success.
That's it for this deep dive. See you next time.